I prioritize myself first before I can prioritize anyone.
You are so brave for a mother to say that.
I love my kids. They know that I love them very much. But at the same, there was a stage that when they started growing up, my husband was like, I think you need to go back home and be with the kids. They're becoming teenagers. They need you. I'm like, these are our kids. If you feel that they need one of us, you can go. I'm not going to stop my dreams because of them.
Let me introduce to you the new kid on the block. Mel La Vie is a new skincare range that recently launched. It is for face and for body. We deal with hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, wrinkles, natural glow. We also deal with dark inner areas. We target dark inner thighs, dark armpits, dark neck, dark elbows, dark knees, you name it. We also have a shaving combo. This shaving combo deals with ingrowns and shaving bumps. Both men and women can use this good quality product shaving range. We've got good actives in our product from glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, kojic acid, and many more. You can contact us on the WhatsApp number that is popping on the screen, or you can reach out to us on all our social media platforms. We are here for all your skin needs. Hi everyone, this is The Working Wife, The Working Woman podcast, and my name is Promise Makunyane and I am your host. Please know that this podcast it's not just about marriage. It's not actually about marriage. It's just about women working, women doing it for themselves, whether inside marriages or outside marriages. It's good to have a man do stuff for you, but it's even much more better if you can do stuff for yourself, you know. And this, as I've said, is for married and non-married people. It's actually much, much more better for you to start working prior to you getting married, to start standing on your 2 feet and being independent prior to you getting married, so that by the time you are married, you're just in a partnership with your man. And if your man is like my man, who is like a provider, then you can save your money and just do other stuff with your money. But this podcast says, women, wake up, have money, work, do something. You don't have to be a boss babe. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be a CEO. In that cleaning job of yours, in that administrator job of yours, in that whatever job that you're doing, just be encouraged, just work hard, you know, and have your own 2 cents in your account every month. And guys, today I'm joined by an international babe. Exactly. An international babe. Where do you stay currently?
Rimsach. I'm in Rimsach.
Yeah.
I'm working in Doha, Qatar.
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, we'll get to your travel stuff. So we're going to start with, before you introduce yourself, we'll start with icebreakers.
Okay.
Ne? And then I forgot my papers, so I'll just be reading my icebreakers from here. Because you're well-traveled, we'll focus more on food icebreakers and stuff, right? Okay. What is the weirdest food you've ever eaten outside South Africa?
It's Chinese food.
You don't love Chinese food?
I don't love Chinese food. There are certain things that I tolerate.
Yeah.
Like noodles, your noodles.
Yes.
You know.
Your chawat.
Basic, yeah, your chawami, chow meni, something.
Yeah.
But I don't like the raw Chinese stuff, you know.
I see.
I'm like, you.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is your favorite, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I'm a brunch person.
Oh,
so
brunch.
I hardly eat breakfast.
Yeah.
So I prefer like eating around 12:1.
Yeah.
Yes. Then my dinner will be light. So my best meal is brunch.
Brunch.
Yes.
Is it because of diet reasons why you not eating breakfast?
Partly. But I think growing up, you realize that you don't eat 3 meals a day. I don't know. I don't understand people that eat 3 meals a day, especially main meals. I'm like, where do you get space for all these 3 meals? So I prefer just to eat around 12:1, and my dinner will be light.
I think also it's time. Like when we were younger, we had a lot of time in our hands.
Exactly, you're right.
So you eat breakfast. Now you don't even have time. By the time you look, it's 12.
Yes.
You've been working the whole day.
Yes, no, that's true.
If you were a vegetable, what vegetable would you be and why?
Oh, I'll be sweet potato.
Oh.
Yep.
Do you love it?
Because it's so versatile, yes. I love sweet potato. You can eat it raw.
Yeah.
You can cook with it. You can make it mash. You can roast it. You can you can use it in a salad. So it's very nutritious, and it's not loaded with carbohydrates. It's loaded with good fiber.
Okay, Mrs. Sexy. Okay, last and final one. How do you like your eggs?
I love sunny side up and medium well.
Good.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get into our conversation. If you'd introduce yourself to my people, and if you're a mom, if you're a wife, what you do, and the likes.
Okay. My name is Julia. I'm a mom of 3. I've got 3 kids. Actually, I'm a mom of 3 adults. One is 29 and I've got twins 18 years old. And I'm a working mom. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm shocked that you're a wife. I didn't know that you're married.
I'm married. I've been married since 2003. Yep.
Why did I think you're single? I don't know.
No, I'm married.
Do you stay with your...
Happily married. Yes, my husband is with me in Qatar.
Hi, whoa.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought you were single, or maybe because I just thought you are traveling the world, you're just living outside South Africa alone,
No,
making a living for your
husband. Yes.
Okay, so you and your husband are South African?
Yes, we are both South Africans.
Okay. How do you, okay, prior to you going that side, now you start having the kids in South Africa?
Actually, yes, my firstborn,
Yeah.
I got him when I was young. I was still in my tertiary.
Yeah.
And my twins were born in Saudi Arabia.
And the twins are here. That's why we're looking that side.
Yes, they were born in Saudi Arabia. I was working in Saudi then. My husband and I were both in Saudi Arabia.
So you've been traveling since
Yes.
18 years ago?
I went to Saudi in 2003 after we got married. My husband went first, and I joined him after we got married. So when he went to Saudi, we were still dating.
Yeah.
So then we got married, and then I followed him in 2004. Yep. Yeah, so ever since, from 2004, I only worked 1 year in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, all these years I've been abroad.
Oh, wow. So let's talk about you going to school. Where did you go to school? Where did you grow up?
I'm from a village called Mamitlake. It's in Mpumalanga, but I was born and bred in Garankuwa. And I did my schooling, primary, middle school, and high school in Garankuwa. And after that, I took a gap year. I wanted to study analytical chemistry, but unfortunately, my parents didn't have money. So during my gap year, I ended up applying for nursing. So I'm a professional nurse.
Are you a professional nurse?
Exactly, I'm a professional nurse.
Is that what you do all over?
No.
Oh my gosh. All of us, we studied and ended up doing the total opposite.
Yes. But I'm still in health, but I'm not doing nursing. I haven't done clinical in about 13 years. Yes.
Oh my God.
The last time I did my clinical, I was in 4 Ways Hospital. So ever since I went to Qatar, I'm in the hospital, but not clinical.
Okay.
Yes.
So you studied nursing?
I studied nursing 4 years, comprehensive nursing science in Mafikeng. Then I came back. No, I worked in Mpumalanga in Belfast for a year or 2. And then I came back to Pretoria because I'm from Pretoria, right? I worked in Pretoria. And I was in Pretoria until I went to Saudi Arabia. Okay. So when I went to Saudi Arabia, I wasn't working, I was just joining my husband.
Okay.
But the plan was I wanted to work there. So my husband is in health as well. So I joined him, and after 4 months, I found a job in Saudi Arabia. After 2 years, I was pregnant with twins, and I resigned. Yes,
okay.
I resigned for a year just to look after them, and then we came back to South Africa when they were 6 months because we couldn't cope with twins. You know, when
that side alone,
without family support is very important. You can have a helper, but still, it's not enough. Yes, so we came back to South Africa. And they were 6 months old, so I only stayed with them for another 6 months. Then when they were a year old, I went back to work.
Yeah.
So I worked in Santen Mediclinic, but then I was like, oh, I can't do this. You know, when you're used to foreign currency,
Yes.
you are like, I'm working so hard for what?
Yes.
And I said to my husband, I want to go back to Saudi. Then my husband was like, no, I'm done. I'm not going back. If you want to go, you can go.
Yeah.
You know, my husband is very easy. He's like,
I love that.
he's very easy. So he said, no, you can go. Then I left him with the kids.
In South Africa?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went there. I worked for 4 years. Then, you know, as the kids grow up, you just feel that, you know what, you need to be there as a mom. You know, it's so painful when you leave them and they're crying. They don't understand why you're leaving them, you know. Unlike now, they are adults. They understand mommy has to do this, and we balance. We find balance between motherhood and parenting. So after that, I came back. I worked a year in Mediclinic, for West Mediclinic. I was a pediatric ward. I was in managerial position. I was a head nurse there. But I worked only a year. Then I found a position in Qatar. Yep. So I've been in Qatar since 2012.
How much are you earning when I
6 figures. I'm joking.
And as we earn 6 figures. You know why I'm asking is that I went to Dubai with my husband. Guys, hair change. You like, I actually have nothing.
Nothing.
I'm not supposed to be here, actually.
Yes. So it's a lot better than what I was getting in South Africa.
Yeah.
And to think that it's tax-free. We don't pay tax.
Okay.
And there's so many benefits. Like when I got my job in Qatar, it was a family contract. So meaning they could sponsor my family, my husband, my kids. And so they will buy my family flight tickets.
Yeah.
They give us family accommodation, which is free. They were paying for school fees for the kids. So the kids started their grade 1 in Qatar.
Okay.
Until they only studied there 4 years, 5 years. After that, they didn't like it. They wanted to come back home to be, yes. So I'm very free. I'm very flexible. I'm like, happy kids, happy mom, right?
100%.
So
I think that's why I thought you were single. Like you are very free, you know, which is really what we should be as human.
Yes. You know what, Promise? The reason that I find it necessary to come to this podcast is like, I like it to say you are making awareness to women to say, you know what, even if you have a husband who's a provider, my husband is a provider. My dad was a provider.
Yeah.
I grew up in a family where I know that my dad was a provider. But that did not make me to depend on a man.
Yeah.
You know, I have a husband who's a provider, but I still want to find my purpose. I still want to be independent, you know? And looking at women on the social media, you know, it breaks my heart to find that there are women that are trapped in marriages that are not happy, but because they are depending 100% on their partners, they don't have a way out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying if you're working, it gives you a right or maybe a choice to just back off when things are not working. It just gives you a flexibility. It gives you have a purpose, you know. You have a purpose. You wake up with a purpose. And like I say, my husband is a provider. I'm his helper. You know, I help him. He provides the basics. I love fine things. And I promise.
Yes. I've seen that, yes.
I love fine things. And because my husband, he doesn't care about, like, even traveling. Most of the time I'll travel with the kids. My friend is like, I can't keep up with your traveling. Go, you know, as long as you don't involve me. So I like to meet him halfway, not to say he must cater for the lifestyle that I want, you know. When I met him, we didn't have much, both of us.
Yeah.
We didn't even have cars. We didn't even drive. We were just meeting each other, not even have property. Whatever that we have, we accrued that
together.
and I'm helping him as well. I'm not saying I'm working for myself. You know, I'm helping him to achieve whatever that I want.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very important. I find that it's very important for women. Like you say, I liked what you said when you were opening. You said on your introduction, find your purpose before you get married.
That's even better.
It's much better. I always tell my kids that, you know, if possible, my desire is for you guys, start working first before you can even get committed.
Yeah.
Even with my son, I teach him. I'm like, you know, when he started dating, I said, find a wife who is not a liability. It's important to find a partner who will help you to achieve beautiful things in life.
Yeah.
You must work towards one same goal, not a partner who's going to be just a slave queen. You must just cater the lifestyle, you know. So even my girls, I teach them, please make sure that you're independent before you can find a partner. That gives you a flexibility.
Yes.
And it gives you to identify who you are. You're not going to expect someone else to make you happy. You must make yourself happy.
100%.
You must travel. If you want to travel, go to places that you want to go before you even meet your partner. If he likes traveling as well, he will take you to other better places.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my husband is not taking me to. He knows if he wants me to be happy, he must pay for it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, he must pay for it. He knows. I treat him. I'm like, treat me like your girlfriend, you know. You know I can afford to do stuff for myself, but as well, it's nicer.
It's sweeter.
It's sweeter.
When it's coming from
when it's coming from yes. So, yeah, basically.
I love what you said when you're saying that you're telling your girls that they need to work now. It's one thing that I tell every little girl that, you know what, some of us, we started finding this awareness when we were married, you know, and it is our life's mission and life's goal to tell the younger girls that, you know what, do all these things outside there before you even have a child.
Exactly.
Once you have a child, at least even maybe marriage, you can just divorce. A child, you can't divorce your child. So right. You know?
You are so right.
So work. Before you get married, have your own things. Travel. Do the things that you like. Exactly. And that will also set a standard for the men that will come in your life.
True.
Tom wadi hey. Dubai. Like there's no that already your standard, you have set it up there. Whoever that is coming there is meeting your standard. And you're just continuing.
Yes.
And what you said about us being in married and choosing ourselves and working, whether guys, just do something. It also gives you a choice inside the marriage.
Yes.
You'll have a choice. You will know that, okay, I'm not going out of my marriage because I'm hungry. I'm not going out of my marriage because I'm thinking, what am I going to eat tomorrow?
Exactly.
I'm just not going out because I love this man and I want to be with him.
True.
It gives you that flexibility, that choice, you know. And we're not saying when you have money, you don't face problems. No, it's not that. We do face problems. However, how are you going to sort out the problems and how are you going to see your life when you've got something to fall back on is totally different. True. You are not desperate to be staying or to be just saying yes to all the bullshit in the world.
I agree. I love this. I love what you're doing. It's empowering women and it empowering young women as well, young girls as well to say, because, you know, if you get carried away what's happening in the social media with this lifestyle of, you know, this lifestyle. Yes, slave queens. I didn't want to use that term because I'm not sure whether, you know.
You're going to trend. Yes, trend.
Exactly. But, you know, it deceives our kids so much to say, you know, you can just be nothing and get away with it because you can find a man who can provide for that lifestyle. But they don't tell them that what happens for them to get that, you know, it doesn't come free, right? They have to pay, they have to do things that they are not happy. And at a certain stage, they become invaluable. Yeah. You know, you grow, right? Yes. As a person. So at a certain age, they will not even be beneficial to those men.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, and what do you have to fall back to?
Yeah.
You know, okay, sometimes maybe the family conditions, they do not allow, maybe the circumstances, we don't know, whatever, you know, different circumstances. But at least if someone does something, let them do it with a bigger picture.
Yeah.
To say, okay, maybe I can start a business. Maybe I can, with this money that I get, let me do this. You know, we don't know. But I do not like the thing that people, they just depend on men. And when things get tough, they just stay. They get abused physically, emotionally. But because you don't have a way out, you don't have an alternative, you don't have anywhere you can go to, you have to just stay in that marriage, right? Or in that relationship. So I feel that it is important. And the other thing is, be willing to take risks.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm a nurse. Honestly, I could have done better. I could have studied. Not that nursing is not better. I could have studied and then maybe, but I didn't study anything after my nursing.
Yeah.
But because of, I took a leap of faith to join my husband in Saudi, it opened me better doors.
Yes.
You understand? Like in Qatar, what I'm doing, it has got nothing to do with it. Because I had an international experience, I was able to get a job that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
what are you doing? Do you
I'm in quality management.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so what I do is the clinical documentation specialist, whereby we deal with policies, we educate the physicians how to, about the policies, you measure the standards of, the care that they're providing, all that. So yes, it opened those doors for me. So what I want to say is, people must be willing, especially when you're still young.
Yeah.
It's very easy to, even if it can be a year or two, just go outside and see what they have abroad. If it doesn't work for you, you can always come back. We South Africans, we are so lucky.
What you're saying is so true. I told my little sister after she studied teaching, and then I told her, take your degree, go to China,
please.
and give yourself 5 years, or I'm just working for money, and then when I come back, just...
And when you are young, you don't have kids, you don't have anybody to, to say, oh, by the way, come back. I left my kids when they were young.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm not staying with them because they are staying this side. We are, myself and my husband, and their brother was staying with them, but now he found a job in Qatar as well. So the three of us were in Qatar. They are just this side alone.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's difficult to find the balance,
Yeah.
But I try. I try to. It's not easy. Like now, I just came for a week just to attend their metric dance.
Oh, my God.
Their metric dance is on Thursday. Friday, I have to go back. I'm going to work, So, but I find a balance to say, okay, fine, I'm working abroad. They know that mommy is not always here, but she tries.
Yeah.
Every school holidays, we make them to come to Qatar. At least in between, we come and visit them. They also have an opportunity to see the world in a different eye, to say, oh, okay, even their mindset, they love South Africa, but they know that there are other alternatives out there,
Yes.
So I wish the youngsters can just be brave. Do not be comfortable with what you have. Because it's easy. I think South Africans, I see a lot of Africans in Qatar or overseas.
Yeah.
They hustle. South Africans we are so spoiled.
You're too much.
We are so spoiled, and we are comfortable with the minimum that you have.
Yeah, true.
We become comfortable. But once you go out there, you realize that, oh, actually, there are some better opportunities.
Yeah.
And you can try it. If it doesn't work, our country is beautiful.
Yes, you can always come back home.
You can always come back home. You can always come back home, but at least you know that you tried, it didn't work.
Yeah. So, but what you have done is not like conventional, and that's why I think you said you must take risks as a person.
Yeah.
And there are women your age or my age that are not working. They've got kids. However, they do have people that can take care of the kids. But then they're just thinking, "Worry, how am I going to leave my children?" So I want to ask you, how was it easy for you? Was it because your husband was there, or Jay, you just strong-willed like that?
I'm very strong-willed, and I always say I prioritize myself first before I can prioritize anyone.
You're so brave for a mother to say that.
I love my kids. They know that I love them very much. But at the same, there was a stage that when they started growing up, my husband was like, I think you need to go back home and be with the kids. They're becoming teenagers. They need you. I'm like, these are our kids. If you feel that they need one of us, you can go. I'm not going to stop my dreams because of them. Soon they're 18. Next year they're going to tertiary.
They will leave you.
They will leave me. And what am I going to do? I'm going to come back.
That's so true.
No, honestly, promise. I always say I prioritize myself. Deep down, they know I go extra mile for them. Yeah. I can kill for them.
Yeah.
But I cannot stop my dreams. I cannot stop my purpose. I cannot live for them. I live for myself. Yes. And I balance in between.
Has that ever been like a huge issue within your marriage, within your family, where it was just said, or woman, you need to go back home. You need to stay here at home and stop gallivanting the world and chasing your own dreams?
I'm very blessed that I have a husband who's very understanding.
What tribe is he?
He's a Tswana Zulu.
Zulu.
His mom was Zulu. His dad is Tswana.
He's a fake
Zulu. He grew up in Ladysmith. He's from Ladysmith.
Okay.
Yeah. He's very honestly speaking, like even traveling, I love things. Like I say, I love things. He always say, baby, I know you cannot just stay home. If you wanna travel, just go.
Yeah.
He allows me to be myself. And I think because from the start, I never lost myself into my marriage.
Yes, I think that is where it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the start, I always say I was Julia before I met my husband.
Yes.
I was Julia before I had my kids.
Children.
So I will always be Julia before any other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Even being an employer, I always say, sometimes I go to work late because of my schedule is every morning I wake up 3:30 to prioritize myself. I wake
3:30 a.m.
Yes. I work out first before I can go to work. So sometimes I will even feel I extend, and my husband will like, you're not going to work. I'll say, I'd rather be late to my employer than, compromising myself. Yep.
So you guys now stay together with your husband that side?
Yes.
With your son?
Yeah, with my son. Yes. My son is not a biological dad of my husband, but,
with your son?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the dynamics that side? Do you guys have a conventional family, or you still you're not in an open marriage, are you?
What is an open marriage?
Like this person can date and then you can date as well.
That's why I'm like, what is an open? No.
No, the thing is, we are not used to such, and that's why we've got this platform so that people can see that.
I'm still African. No.
You're still a South African girl from Mamitake.
From Mamitake, born. No. We are not in an open marriage.
Yeah.
We are just,
So how's the family that side? What do you guys do? You go to work, you come back, you cook.
Yeah. It's so hard to be, honestly speaking, being a working wife, working mom, it's not easy. Because as much as we both work, we both go in the morning, we go to work.
Yeah.
I come back, I have to cook. I cook for my husband. But what I like with my husband, when if the day that I feel that I'm tired, I'm not going to cook.
Yes.
I just tell him that today, I just can't cook. I just need to rest.
Anyone
and he understands. Yeah. I just say today it's a freestyle. Freestyle meaning that I'm not even going to try and see what you're going to eat.
Order anything for anyone.
Yes. And he understands. And for the fact that he understands, it makes me to cook more.
Yes.
Because it doesn't feel like it's
a chore.
It's a chore. It's something that is like forced. I do it out of love. And he helped me. I don't have a helper in Qatar because I have a helper. I only have someone who comes to clean the house, once in a while.
Yeah.
But like ironing, he will help me to iron. When I'm cooking, he irons. He will. Okay. So we meet each other halfway.
I love that. And your kids here in South Africa, it's 2 girls. Do they stay with?
They stay with a helper.
And then the helper can drive or they Uber around or
No,
they can drive?
Uber around.
Okay.
They Uber around. They have a driver who takes them to school. And in between, they are so independent, I think.
Obviously, your mom has been out there.
Yeah,
You are bound to...
it taught them to be independent, And even when I'm home, like this weekend, I came on Friday and I was so busy. I had to attend funerals. And they just know. They don't even say, I don't even ask them, are you going to be fine? Because I know that they I just go. When I came back yesterday, they cooked Sunday meal.
They cook Sunday meal?
Yeah.
Oh my
helper
gosh.
went home. When I come home, I just release her.
Yeah.
So they just cook. They are so independent.
And they're going to be amazing adults, hey? Because
God
they've
willing,
just been taking care of themselves. And the fact that they are now 18, you've just not been presently in their lives 100%. Not presently, it sounds like, I don't know. Yeah, but you've been distant, right? Mm-hmm. And they are still going to school. They're not pregnant. They
are still kids. Like my helper will like, people, they don't believe that we just the 3 of us. And the girls, they don't even go. They're very quiet, these kids. They don't even go out. Like weekend, they'll be indoors. They just...
Oh, wow.
I think it's a bonus that they've got each other.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, they've got each other. So they don't even get bored. Yes, of course, there are sometimes that they will say, Mommy, can we go to a movie? Mommy, can we, we have something. It's okay. Once in a while, they do that. But I thank God that we've never had issues with them doing, teenagers, they can be challenging.
Yes.
But I haven't, I face some issues with my son when. But thank God with them, we haven't had any challenges with them.
And what does your son do that side?
He studied business management and international relations, so he found a job in one of the banks in Qatar. So he's working,
Are you planning that have you never planned that your family should just move that side full time?
Unfortunately, with the Arab countries, they do not give a second citizenship. They don't, And that's the other thing that I always advise youngsters to say. Even with my son, I told him that don't be comfortable. The money is good and the perks are good in Arab countries, but for the fact that they're not giving you a second passport, you are just wasting your time. By the time you are like, at some stage, I will need to come back home. I don't have like another passport where if let's say I want to stay there, I can't stay there full time, right? Because
what do you mean?
They don't give a citizenship. So once, let's say, I stop working, I have to leave because I don't have...
Oh.
Yes. But other countries like UK, European countries, after 5 years, you get citizenship.
Okay.
The kids get second passport. That's one thing that I regret, that I wish I did it when earlier.
Yeah.
I started with countries that they can give you a citizenship and knowing that I have a backup,
Yeah.
So, even if I want to stay there, I can't.
Sure.
Yeah. Once I stop or I decide that I don't want to work, or maybe they decide that they do not need my services anymore, it means I have to come back to South Africa.
So the girls, because they're doing matric, are they going to come that side?
No, they want to study here.
Patong.
They love South Africa. They will maybe next time when you do other podcasts for kids. Can ask them.
How? Because I'm like, your mother is leaving.
When they come, before they even come, they will say, Mommy, so when are we coming back?
What's wrong? Oh, wow.
I'm like, you're not even this side. You already want to know when are you coming back.
So they want to study this side?
Yeah, they want to study this side. Then they said their postgrad, they will do it overseas.
Sure. Are they going to study the same thing?
No. One wants to do education, one wants to do IT.
Oh.
Yeah, so next year they will separate for the first time in their lives.
Guys, they're so cute at the back of the camera as I'm looking at them. So, Mommy, what is now your plan with working that side? Do you have like a goal that after so many years I'm going to come back home, I'm going to retire, I'm going to...
You know, my plan right now is I just want to work as, at least if they can finish studying.
Okay.
And they can, because they still have residential permit of that side. So it's easier for them to find a job that side if they still keep their residential permit active. So I'm just saying I want to be that side until they find jobs. If they don't want to work that side, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like my son, after completing, he couldn't find a job this side. So we said he must come that side, and he found a job that side. You see, so at least it gives them opportunities to say they can still try and find a job that side.
Yeah.
And if they find jobs somewhere else, maybe I can work. When I turn maybe 55, I can come.
How old are you now?
I'm 49.
49? Hey, Mommy. Do you exercise a lot? Happy you look maybe
love
well in your like 40.
I love exercising, but I exercise basically not even to lose weight. Yes, when I grew up like obese. I have a weight problem. If I don't look
Maintain
after,
it.
yes, I gain weight easily. But the main thing that I exercise is I just feel that that's how I refill my cup. I cannot pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So like I say, I wake up at 3:30. It's all about spending time with myself. You know, waking up, praise and worship, and then I do skipping. Then like I will wake up 3:30. I only take a bath maybe around 5:45. So that time is just my me time. It's just my me time. I feel that, you know what, I pay myself before I can pay anyone else.
Ooh.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your figure income, your 6-figure income. Would you, because nursing this side, how much do nurses earn this side, Mommy? Do you know?
One day.
Wabuka. I can divu at the back of the cameras.
When she opens the gate, I'm like, I'm divu.
Oh, okay. What kind? 10.
Wow.
How much do they
Can
earn? When you left, how much?
When
were you
I
earning?
left, anyway, you know what happened when I came back from Saudi?
Yeah.
I negotiated my price because they wanted to offer me something. I'm like, no, thank you, I can't.
Yeah.
So I remember when I left, because I only worked for a year, so I was getting paid. My take home was like 23. So my HR manager was like, you know, Julia, you were the highest paid manager that I was paying in, and now you're leaving. I'm like, but so what, you know? You know. But I don't think it's that. I think maybe 17.
But still.
Yeah, still it's your.
Still.
I can't.
You know,
I
the
cannot.
corporate or the working life in South Africa, we are getting nothing, honestly speaking, compared to the hours that we spend. Like it's like it doesn't. The maths is not matching.
And you know, even when I was doing clinical in Saudi Arabia, I was getting paid. So the salary was like 3 times or 4 times compared to what I was getting.
Sure.
And the workload that I was doing, it was nothing compared to back home.
Less.
It was less. You feel like, you know what, you're on a working holiday. You just like, you come back home, you work. You know, your 12 hours, I used to go home, my feet will be pounding.
Here in South Africa.
And I'm like, but why, guys, can't you know, fear. Sometimes people get paralyzed by fear of unknown.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, try, just come. Go out there. If it doesn't work, you can always come back. It's not like you don't have anywhere to come back to. You know, it's the same thing with marriage. That's why you say work for yourself.
Yeah.
So that if it doesn't work in your marriage, you know you have somewhere to go to, right?
Yeah.
You can provide for yourself. You can provide for your kids.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with you've got benefits. You've got life. It's much easier. Obviously, there are things that are cons where you cannot be with your family, where there are funerals. There are funerals that happen, comes and go. Then unfortunately you cannot attend. There are family functions that you will wish that you can be. It's not like it's only the pros. So but you weigh between the pros and cons, and you say, okay, fine, this is... Some people, obviously, they can't separate with their families. It's fair enough. We cannot, like you said, we cannot be boss babies, all of us.
All of us,
Boss
babes.
Boss babes, all of us.
Yeah.
Some we have to have nurses, you have to have teachers. You cannot be all entrepreneurship, and then you want to be all, influencers. No, there must be a balance, know. And... just find yourself, find your purpose, and follow your purpose. That's it.
So, Mommy, in closing, though, I love that because, you see, I wish I had, you see, all this information that I'm getting now, we are disseminating, the guests that I have, I wish I had this information when I was in matric. Now, I wouldn't be in South Africa. Like, I really wouldn't be in South Africa. And it's also because we are not well-traveled from high.
Yes.
So already when you're in grade 12, you're thinking, I'm going to go to China.
Why one?
What if Koja Marotlo? What if what? Like, you are thinking about stupid things.
I remember when I was still training, you'll hear that, oh, no, in Saudi Arabia, when you get there, there's a money under the pillow. The Arabs give you money. They abuse you. Nothing. You go there and you are being protected. Yeah, you are protected. They protect you as an expatriate. So, and one thing that I like that it afforded me an opportunity to give to my kids, they are travelers as well, because I love traveling. They can see that as a black person, promise, it's not easy. Racism, it's still there.
Yeah.
You feel it wherever you go. And I always tell them that, you see, as a black person, you always have to fight. You always have to prove yourself. It's not like it's all easy and, pressures out there. You have to. Unfortunately, I don't know whether it's a curse or what to be a black person, but it's difficult. Whether you are traveling as a tourist, you'll be traveling with the whites in the same flight, in the same airport, but because you're black, they treat you like, oh, you're nothing.
Yeah.
You pay same price, but because you're black, you need to always, try to
be nice.
Yes. So it's things that I'm teaching them to say, don't think that you're gonna go and work in China and you're not gonna meet challenges. Just because of the color of your skin, you're gonna meet challenges already. So you prepare yourself psychologically to say, you know what, I have to always expect the worst. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but at least if you know that. So one thing with the South Africans, like the ones that come into Qatar, they don't last because they are not like, they think like, oh, no, you're not going to treat me like this. I can take my bags and go home, because we are used to unions. You're used to having your voice heard.
Yes.
It's okay, but some of the things you need to say, okay, fine, by the way, why am I here? What is the reason that I left South Africa? And try to be nicer in the approach.
Yeah.
You don't have to allow everything that the way you're treated. You need to stand up for yourself, but at the same time, be smart.
Yeah.
Know
the reason why you are there.
Know the reason why you are there.
Yep. Sure. Are you still gonna have more kids?
Oh no. I'm already menopause. Mafello in the factory's closed.
Now a glammy, you're just waiting for grandkids.
Glam grand, you know. Yes. But even not now. I always tell them I'm not ready.
I'm still eating my youth.
Even if you make kids, I'm not gonna be there for kids. Them. Yes.
So but in closing, Mommy, what would you like to speak to women that feel trapped because of their kids? A reason is always, oh, my children. What would you like to, I think in that camera, just give a word of encouragement to women that are older, that are still making their kids excuses. Girls that just had kids and they're still young and they just don't know where to go. They're looking at their children and like, so Lan, where am I going to go?
I always say it it is challenging whether you are going to leave your kids or not. But, there are some people that they will say, oh, you left your kids and maybe your kids will hate you later and blame you that you are not there and they will, be rebellious or whatever. But you have kids that they've got mom and dad with them full time, but they still, be rebellious. So my advice is to let me start with young mothers.
Okay.
Young women, if possible, try, like Promise said, try to find your purpose and to find yourself before you have kids. Once you start having kids, you stop living for yourself. So it's going to be difficult for you to make that decision of just packing your suitcase and go and explore life. You have to think of this human being you brought to life, right? But at the same time, if you have kids already, you can find opportunities where you can go with your kids. There are opportunities where they will take you with your kids. You can go first and see first whether it will be conducive for myself and my kids. If it's not, then you can always come back home. If you can't, let's say you get a contract where they say it's a single contract, we can't take your kid, or if you take your kid, you have to pay for everything, and you find that it's not worth it. Please don't be scared to leave your kids with your mom if you have parents. Find someone and then later you can bring your kids there. For the married women, don't let your husband to stop your dreams. If you have dreams, follow your dreams. Discuss with your partner and agree. Sometimes you disagree to agree, right? So you just have to make sure that you follow your dreams, you follow your purpose, and just take leap of faith.
Sure. Hey.
That's what I did, right?
That's what you did.
Yes.
And I was sitting with another lady, Sumomondia. Her episode just aired yesterday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she is a realtor, and then she was in South Africa. She's got 3 kids, I think. She's in South Africa. She's about to go to Dubai. She said, I'm leaving the kids. I'm being scouted by SIF Dubai to sell luxury homes in Dubai. She's like, I'm gone. I'm going. Everything
She's
is
a gone
set.
girl.
She
is a gone. I love it when women explore international opportunities.
I was like, what? She's like, luxury homes in. I'm like,
imagine how much is she gonna make?
And she's so good. I don't even have a doubt. The fact that they have scouted her and she got the job, it means that they know that she can sell. Imagine one house in Dubai. How much is she going to make? She's like, no, I'm going there alone. Then later on, I'll bring the kids when I settle.
You see? That's how it works.
Sure, ladies. Shamna, we are inspired. We are motivated. Now, no,
you know what?
But I really wish, hey.
Let me tell you, when I got, you see, that's why I say my husband, I love him so much. He's so supportive. When I got this opportunity, it was a family contract. He joined me. Yeah. He resigned from his job. He was like a year and 4 months without a job in Qatar.
But he was supporting you.
Yes. And as an African men who are used to be providers, it was difficult for him. It was difficult for his ego and all. But because he was supporting my dream as well. Yeah. When I went to Saudi, I was supporting him.
Yes.
Right?
Now it was.
Yes. And he eventually found a job, which is good. We are all both working. You see?
Sure, guys. Like, it's maybe sometime I'll be saying, hi, from Dubai.
Yeah.
Welcome to my channel from Dubai.
Exactly.
Hi, guys,
There's this YouTuber as well, Namolina. She travels a lot as well. She goes to Dubai. She
sells stuff and what.
I don't know whether she sells. I see her. I don't know whether she sells. But she goes to Dubai, I don't know. But she's like, there are so many opportunities in Dubai. So you need to explore.
No, I will. I will. Guys, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next episode, which is the following Sunday at 6 p.m. However, Wednesday, 1 p.m. O Narrative Podcast is dropping as well. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. And it's love and light from me. Bye.